Staying calm is not weakness. It's the ability to manage the storm within without being drowned by it. It's the silent strength that comes from knowing you don't need to prove yourself. Sometimes silence is a response. Real strength is staying loyal to your inner peace. What people say and how they behave, that's their choice. But how you respond, that's your character. Approach 2, set clear boundaries. In life, there's only one thing you have full control over: your behavior and the respect you give yourself. Sometimes staying silent isn't enough. Sometimes silence can be mistaken for weakness unless your boundaries are clearly defined. Stoic philosophers knew that your inner fortress shapes how you behave in the outer world. They believed in this core principle. A person who hasn't defined their boundaries is an open door for others to walk through. If the same person continues to speak to you with harshness, rudeness, or indifference, it's no longer just their problem. It's a signal that you've failed to draw a line. Your time, energy, and self-respect are not resources that everyone is entitled to. You're not obligated to share them with everyone. In fact, protecting those resources is an act of self-worth. So how should you respond? The most effective way is to stay calm but assertive. Don't raise your voice. Don't respond with anger. Instead, respond with clarity and confidence that comes from knowing your worth. Let your tone be firm but not hostile. Speak with the calm assurance of someone who respects themselves. Too much to allow mistreatment. You can say something like, "I don't accept the way you're speaking to me." This sentence is simple, yet the message behind it is deep. I respect myself. I am valuable. I have the right to set the standards for how I'm treated. This sentence is not about hatred, resentment, or attack. It is a dignified way of establishing your boundaries. Setting boundaries doesn't mean pushing people away. It's an invisible line drawn to protect yourself. It also sends a clear message to the people around you. I have values, and I won't allow them to be trampled on. If you don't set boundaries, people will constantly test your limits. They will push a little further each time, and you will grow more exhausted, more hurt, and eventually lose your self-respect. That's why self-respect determines how others treat you. You teach people how to treat you. If you stay silent in the face of disrespect, the other person will take it as acceptable behavior. But when you calmly and firmly set a boundary, that person will either change or walk out of your life. In both cases, you win, because you protected your dignity. The third approach is this: don't seek revenge on those who disrespect. You become an example for others instead. In other words, your behavior defines your level. Always remember, not everyone you meet in life will come to you with good intentions. If you've ever come face to face with someone who disrespects you, congratulations. Yes, you heard that right, congratulations. Do you know why? Because this is a lesson life is handing you. Right now, you're being given a choice, either to show your inner strength or to be defeated by your emotions. Most of us in situations like this tend to get angry. We feel a surge of vengeance or start doubting ourselves. But let's take a step back for a moment. Being disrespected doesn't mean you're worthless. It's not a reflection of your value. It's a mirror into the other person's inner world, not yours. In this video, you'll discover 5 powerful Stoic approaches that will help you respond not with weakness, but with strength and dignity. These approaches will fortify your inner world, protect your values, and build an invisible yet unbreakable wall of self-respect. If you've ever found yourself staying silent in the face of others' rude or dismissive behavior, then this video is for you. Please consider subscribing to my channel and turning on the notification bell so we can walk this philosophical journey together, every step of the way. If you're ready, let's begin. Approach 1, master your emotions. Control the reaction, not the event. When someone disrespects you, the first rule is this: don't lose control over your emotions. Manage your reaction, not yourself. Not the situation, but the meaning you attach to it. One of the greatest secrets of human psychology is this: it's not the event that wounds us, but the meaning we give to it. The Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them. This isn't just philosophy. It's a mindset that's been tested by life itself. Now imagine someone insults you, throws words designed to hurt you, or gossips behind your back. At that moment, you have two options. You can react instantly, lower yourself to their level, and become part of their game. Or you can remain calm and remind yourself that how you respond is entirely up to you. Not every disrespect requires a reaction. When someone disrespects you, it doesn't devalue you. It reveals who they are. Sometimes the best answer is to maintain your level and not be dragged down to theirs. Everyone can react. Even animals do so instinctively. But reflection, the ability to respond with awareness, that's a mark of a conscious and powerful mind. Managing your reaction isn't about suppressing your feelings. It's about recognizing them, accepting them, and refusing to be ruled by them. Whenever you face disrespect, your first responsibility is to take charge of your emotional state. Because if you can't control your emotions, you're handing over the steering wheel of your life to others. If someone's words, glances, or actions can easily shake you, that's your weak spot. And people who recognize that weakness can easily manipulate you. Some people will test you. Some will wait for your vulnerable moment just to hurt you, belittle you, or elevate themselves. They will deliberately disrespect you, try to humiliate you, or even mock you. At that moment, your reaction reveals who you truly are. Because people don't judge us by our words, they judge us by our reactions. Responding to someone's bad behavior with the same behavior simply brings you down to their level. If that person is angry and you respond with anger, there's no difference between you. If that person is disrespectful and you match their tone, you've laid your self-worth at their feet. But if you choose, I will not shout, I will not insult, I will not hold a grudge. Instead, you choose, I will stay silent, I will remain composed, I will not lose myself. Then you have shown your true strength. The greatest response is a calm, strong, and principled presence. Sometimes saying nothing says everything. Sometimes being an example is a more powerful response than revenge.
Because graceful behavior is a reflection of your inner richness.
Your ability to conquer your ego and your moral superiority. Take a moment to think, what does revenge really give you? Yes, the desire for revenge is natural at first. When someone hurts us, we want to respond and protect our rights. But revenge does not lighten the heart, and on the contrary, it poisons it even more. Because when you seek revenge, you are carrying that person's energy inside you. You begin to carry their resentment within yourself. And this does not free you. Instead, it chains you to them. That is why the highest response is an example that comes with silence. Imagine this. Someone insults you, but you don't respond. Instead, you continue on your path with your dignity intact. People around you watch and think, how patient this person is, how well they control their ego. This is not just behavior, it's a lesson. Your calmness is a silent lesson teaching others how to treat people. Accept this too. When you take revenge, you get payback. When you become an example, you earn respect. Speaking out of anger only brings temporary relief. But standing firm with principles brings long-term respect and inner peace. Your level is shown not by your diploma, clothes, or social status, but by your behavior. If you can respond to someone who hurt you with humanity and kindness, and you are victorious, because you have already risen above that person. They tried to drag your character through the mud, but your stance left them alone in their own filth. So always respond to those who insult you, not with hatred, but with dignity. Stay silent in front of those who belittle you, but protect the value inside you. Don't take revenge and become like them. Be an example and become someone they will never be. True strength is not on the battlefield, it's winning the battle with your own ego. If you want to be respected, first respect yourself. This is the fourth approach Stoics have toward disrespect. There is a rule in human relations. How you treat yourself is how others will treat you. If you consider yourself irreplaceable, others will see you as valuable. But if you turn into someone who constantly tries to prove themselves and seeks everyone's approval, then you have given your power into someone else's hands. Stoic philosophers observe deeply. A person who does not respect themselves depends on others' respect. In other words, if you don't feel worthy inside, you try to get that worth from outside, trying to complete yourself through approval, admiration, and recognition. But that is captivity. Filling the emptiness inside with someone else's approval makes a person weak, dependent, and easily manipulated. If you want to appear valuable, first build boundaries within yourself. Respect your time because it is your life. Respect your emotions because they are the calm of your inner world. Respect your values because they are your compass. If you protect these boundaries, people will understand they cannot be crossed. If you constantly explain, justify, and try to please everyone, you unintentionally cheapen your worth. So never try to explain everything to everyone. Silent strength awakens the deepest respect. When you answer every word and defend yourself against every criticism, you give your energy to the other person's control. But staying silent is not just about not speaking. It's a manifestation of confidence and loyalty to your values. Silent strength amazes people. Even those who don't understand you say, "Why is this person silent yet still looks so strong?" Because it is the respect created by self-respect, a presence that needs no voice. Loving yourself is not egoism, it is nourishment for the soul. Protecting your values is not arrogance, it is loyalty to your worth. Walking your path quietly is not cowardice, it is a sign of inner strength. If you start respecting yourself, you will speak less, you will explain less, you will try to please less, but you will be chosen more. You will be respected more. If you live by your values, no words are needed. Your presence itself becomes an answer. Finally, the fifth approach. Accept keeping distance as a choice. Sometimes silence is your sword. Sometimes leaving is the beginning of your freedom. If a relationship, a friendship, or a place eats you up inside, staying is not loyalty, it is betrayal of yourself. Stoic philosophers believe that character and mental health are shaped by the people we spend time with. Seneca said, "For mental health, it is important to keep distance from some people." This is not running away. This is protecting yourself. It is not abandoning a person. It is defending your untouchable inner value. If someone repeatedly crosses your boundaries, the relationship continues only because you keep changing. Seize your calmness as weakness and your patience as obligation. Then by staying, you are acting against yourself, because keeping every relationship is not a responsibility. Sometimes breaking the connection is the right path. Sometimes silence is not enough. Sometimes you have to leave. Stop talking, stop explaining, stop waiting. Just keep going. It may seem painful, but remember, only those who accept the pain can begin to heal. The Stoics' approach is this. Keeping distance from relationships that poison your soul is not egoism, it is wisdom. Staying with people who constantly drain you, always wrong you, and always consider themselves right is to give up your own worth. Sometimes the smartest decision is to leave without giving any response. This is not to punish the other person, it is to save yourself. Because you are valuable, because you should never be a burden your whole life. People either grow or drift away from you, but in both cases you win. These 5 approaches are not just behavioral tactics. They are ways to protect your inner strength, your personality and your self-worth, because you possess a silent power. Neither shouting, nor aggression, nor revenge makes you greater. What makes you greater is your ability to control yourself, your boundaries, your principles, and your courage to walk away. Yes. Not reacting is not weakness, it is strength. Setting boundaries is not egoism, it is self-respect. Not taking revenge is not weakness, it is dignity. Self-respect determines how others will treat you. Keeping distance is not closing doors, it is opening new doors for your soul. Stoics teach us that inner peace is more valuable than anything else. The more a person does not respond to noise, the deeper they become. The more they focus on their own worth, the freer they become. Now you know your choice. You can either let everyone shape you the way they want, or stand silently but unwaveringly behind your own worth. The reaction you show to disrespect will either humiliate you or elevate you. Stoic philosophy teaches us no one can take away our inner calm, our worth, and our dignity, unless we give it away. If you want to live by this principled life, like the video, share your thoughts in the comments. Let's see what you think too. See you in the next video. With love from the Stoic Master channel to everyone.